Thank you very much, Mr. Grant. Wow, I was so well set up. But anyway, hopefully I can navigate. I want to acknowledge Minister Wheatley, who unfortunately had to leave. My predecessor and friend, Reverend Ronald Thwaites, our past Minister of Education, Mr. Milton Samuda, Director of ZedMakeyla Technologies, and the chairman of one of my schools, Wilmer's Trust, prominent attorney, Sister Mary Andrew, Sister Maxine, Sister Claudette, Bernardo Espiano, Senior Channel Manager, Epicor, Felicia Leach. I see all my principals who are here, Trevor Forrest from Universal Access Fund. Don't leave because make sure you leave the money if you're leaving. Nadine Nita and team from Flow, all the other sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, pleasant good afternoon. The Ministry of Education, Youth and Information congratulates schools that have been recognized today for the integration of technology in their operation and administrative processes. I can reflect on my own journey as a principal with the humongous task that I had to quickly transform JC, that I needed information at my fingertips. And unfortunately, one of the school management system that they had acquired was just a prototype. And I had to go back to square one. It just didn't get me anywhere. And I can remember Sister Colleen, how frustrated I was. And I remember the days when teachers were complaining to me they can't find the sheet. You remember those sheets that you had to enter the grades? And they would just disappear and you can't find them. Yeah, and I just said, no, this can't work. We've got to find a solution very quickly. And I'm somewhat driven by data anyway, and I used to tell my staff, whatever gets measured gets managed. Whatever gets managed gets accomplished. And so we need a technology solution very fast. I scanned locally, internationally, and as Carden mentioned, we ended up with one of the best, if not the best we have in the system, RenWeb. I note that this occasion today, we launch the Honor Pay. Is that the correct name, Carlton? Right. And I notice Reverend Thwaites has just left because I was about to say that we're now moving from the era of running tax to Ruel contributions. And so, I just want to make the point that parents will still be required to make their financial contributions to school, right, Colleen? Because you need it. And I could never have worked so hard with Carlton to establish such an efficient system and to put it to work. So you can track and make sure that the contributions come in. You develop your budget, and so you can monitor and manage your schools efficiently. Equally, the technology that we get from the school management system allows you to manage the entire gamut of your school, key performance indicators. I was discussing with some persons on some of the behavior management programs for the ministry. And there's also a component of RenWeb that you can use to track student behavior. Equally, I found RenWeb quite useful in tracking teachers' accountability. I can know all the assignments that teachers have done, track them. There's just so much data that you can mine from the system. So because once you have the data, you can definitely better able to manage. I just want to also share, in terms of the usefulness of electronic data, that the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information shortly will be releasing the annual GSAT results. And Each receiving high school and sending primary school will receive a CD with a detailed profile of each student performance in the examination. And of course, sooner, very soon, we can just upload, I'm hoping in the near future, that kind of data to schools instead of send it by CDs. CDs kind of getting what? Obsolete, right? Okay, so work in progress. But that data, however, is often underutilized. The ministry is imploring school leaders and teachers, especially students entering grade 7, to utilize this data mine accordingly to improve student performance. In regards to the tablets in school, the minister just mentioned the tablets in school. Unfortunately, the government is not going to be able to give every student a tablet. It's a pilot program. And so interestingly, the BYOD format is what we will have to encourage. I don't think we can stop the growth of technology, so I'm seeing in the very near term that every student will need to have an instrument to take to school so they can benefit from all the wonderful technology that is available. Indeed, I want to signal that CXC is currently piloting online testing. We had to hold them off a little bit because we have to get the schools ready, so let me repeat. CXC is about to roll out, and the first rollout is for their multiple choice exam. So there's a contemplation, and we soon will have a pilot where CXC is going to have their multiple choice exams online, which means that devices, students have to have access to devices. We have to have the technology available to do that. So this is something that is coming. We can't stop it. It's an engine that is coming to us that we have to prepare for. The government is also promoting the digitalization of all records and getting government to become more e-focused so that we can drive efficiency and productivity. You think of us teachers in terms of processing leave applications and so on. Can you imagine, think of you can, at your office and be able to track a leave application. In fact, I give you further. We are contemplating that soon I'll be able to have teleconference with every principal from my conference room at the Hero Circle. I thought you're going to clap for that. That is where we're going. So we can get to talk. At teleconference, you'll be able to see me live and direct when you dial me up. The Ministry of Education task, therefore, is to train our teachers to use technology and equip our classrooms and labs to utilize smart technology. The ministry continues, therefore, to rely on our stakeholders in the private sector and donor community to partner with us in popularizing the use of technology in schools. I also underscore, because in the best practices, although yes, and we have not only, we would have to have security apps on the instruments, but I think as administrators and teachers, there's a bigger issue that we have to wrestle with, and it's about socialization and social responsibility. Because in the same way we see some of the unacceptable behavior demonstrated in social media, I am saying part of our preparation for this rollout is to get not only children, but equal adults, how to be responsible in how we use technology. Because I don't see that we are going to be able to stop it. One of the challenges that I know a lot of administrators have in trying to adopt to the technology, whole-scale technology in schools is that this very same issue. Will these kids going to be tweeting unacceptable things and using Facebook and so on? So I'm just saying it's something that but we have to prepare our kids, and parents have to begin to socialize our children from very early, how to be socially responsible in everything. So the whole broad concept of values and attitudes is something that we have to inculcate in our students and adults as we adopt to the new era of technology. The ministry also, centrally, has been implementing technology measures, as I have indicated, where we are planning to go I'm happy to report at the regional office, there are kiosks in the lobbies, all regional offices and head office, through which teachers, customers can conduct a variety of simple transactions. So we're beginning to do that. The Ministry of Education also is trying to convert to electronic payment system to upload all our data electronically, and so that the business of the ministry can be far more efficient. So we must not only tell you to use technology, but the ministry itself must be a leader in the use of technology. So, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, I'm again happy to be here and to partner. I have been at all levels of this great innovation and initiative, and again congratulate ZedMakeyla. Put your hands together for them, for being a very good partner for us in education. And I know I had campaigned long and hard for them to give back to other schools as we get other schools along in terms of their own improvement. And I'm happy to know that today we have Ms. Keisha Hales and her team from Padmore Primary who will be a beneficiary of a give back from ZedMakeyla. They are an emerging quality institution up in the hills of St. Andrew. Would you put your hand together and congratulate Padmore for their progress, a small school that has been turned around to be a shining example of excellence. So again, I want to thank all of you for coming and wish you all a very good afternoon. Thank you.